Alright, so it's been a failure after failure after failure after failure. Um, I don't remember last time what exactly I said on the last video I recorded or what I was saying. I do know that I was talking about trying to taper again and trying to wean off and detox once again. Alright, so let me start right here. I've been trying to wean off of Kratom for 3 years, bro. 3 years. Um, I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible. So I'm blessed, man. I'm truly, truly blessed with the disastrous situations I've put myself in the past few years, and God has carried me through every single one of them, unscathed, stronger, smarter, wiser, better. Um, and I believe that's because I never lose my faith in God. I've never lost faith in God. Although there's moments where, we all have those moments where we're just like, we don't lose faith, but we're just kind of like, man, like, come on, bro. But here's the catch. God is gonna put you through whatever you gotta go through, so you can become who it is that you actually deep inside wanna be. It was probably like last year. It was last year sometime. I was sitting there thinking as usual, and then I wrote down exactly who I want to be. I actually wrote down what I want, what it is I want, materialistically on one side, and the other side was spiritual, psychological, emotional, and stuff like that. So since I wrote that piece of paper, every single thing that's happened to me can directly relate to one of those characteristics. Every situation, every conclusion, everything. Everything can relate to one of those traits that I want, or one of those things that I'm trying to get. So just to share a couple with you, like one, be like, I want to be a man of my word. Another one was like, I don't want to let um other people's actions affect my character. So like if somebody does something to me, I don't want it to change me. You get what I'm saying? I don't want somebody's belief, attitude, or behavior to change what I stand for. And then another one was, I want to have more empathy toward people, more understanding of other people's shortcomings. So it's a long list of these types of things that I pulled from deep inside of who, of my real will, who I'm supposed to be, who will is supposed to be. Because who you're supposed to be is in there. Everybody has it in there. You just gotta pull it out. And so I just happen to write mine down. But anyways, throughout your life, throughout my life, God is working on these things to make you that person. And that's how that shit goes. That's how it goes. So every single thing, man, every single thing I've gone through is to build me into that person. And it's just surface level. It goes very, very deep with this whole spiritual evolution. This is just surface level shit. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. So I started drinking Kratom in 2000. You know what? Maybe I should just give you the whole story, bro. Break down the whole story up until now. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that in a set of videos, maybe 3 or 4 videos. I'll break down the whole thing. But right now, um, I'm still on Kratom. God has given me opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to get off this shit. And I've been able to get off it twice for a very short period of time and got back on it. So it's crazy how God comes through for me right on time every time. Like, here you go, man. Here's your way out. And some way, somehow, I don't know. That other side of me, that war that I'm in, that other side of me ends up winning. Any little crevice it can creep through to block the good out, it's gonna do it, and it's gonna keep you back in your psychological comfort zone of fucking self-sabotage. This comes from the traumas. Most people function this way. Unfortunately, um, it can be explained perfectly, and the easiest way to explain something like this would be the war between Satan and God internally. Whatever. That's the easiest way to explain it. That's a concept that humans have created to understand some of these things. Though that is real, but it's not a fairy tale fucking Disney film like some people portray it, like some people believe it may be. It's it's a very complicated spiritual war that everybody's in. So yeah, every time God has given me the tools to finally stop drinking kratom, I don't succeed. I do not succeed. I'm gonna skip 2018. I'm gonna skip 2019. I'm gonna go into 2020 real quick. So this lady I was dating, and there's a long story there, fucking crazy story. I packed up all my shit and left this bitch. Left her, and went to a halfway house because I couldn't stop drinking kratom. She tried to help me stop. A bunch of people tried to help me stop, but ultimately I kept going. It's a deep, complex story there that makes for a movie, but I'll just keep it pretty basic right now. So I decided I didn't decide. God decided for me through prayer and meditation. Told me exactly what I needed to do, so I did it. But I did it, but there was one part that I chose to do my own way. And I knew it was wrong, but it was a comfortable way, and it costed me big time. Costed me big time, bro. Because I was supposed to go to a place, I ended up going to a different place. Well, I was still going to a halfway, but no, I knew I was supposed to go here. I went there, justified it, but when God says left, don't go right. Even if you're trying to get to the same spot, take the path God tells you to take. That's the only way. So at this halfway, I'm going to make some videos about just this halfway, all the shit that I went through there. But to summarize it, I detoxed cold turkey there. It took like 5-6 days of hell. It took me 18 days or so to feel like normal, and like 20 something days to feel like 100%, everything gone. And so 36 days later, 36 days sober, I drank kratom again. I know exactly how it happened, what happened. I went through all this shit already and figured out exactly what happened. But it was weird. It was a weird situation. But I fell back into it. And then after that, I couldn't stop. I kept trying to stop, kept trying to stop, kept trying to stop. Fuck, man. It's such a long, twisted story, bro. Bottom line is this. The bottom line is this. I hope that if somebody's watching this and you're on Kratom and you're drinking it every day, 2, 3, 4 times a day, and you can't stop, my suggestion is to go somewhere. If you can, go somewhere, get put away for a while, and do whatever it is you gotta do. Not have access to money or anything like that for the first 30, 60, 90 days, or whatever it is you gotta do. Trust me, bro, you'll get into this shit, bro. And it's harder to get out of than anything. I've gotten out of alcohol, I've gotten out of cocaine, I've gotten out of benzos, I've gotten out of everything, bro, pretty much. Not this one, my friend. This one is a whole different animal. You can go, it's legal. It's legal. It's actually kind of helpful for you, not when you're abusing it, but it's good for you in moderation. It doesn't change you. It doesn't change your personality. But you will become a fucking slave to this thing, bro. Not like a slave like the other ones where that shit tells you what to do. Like, you know what I mean? If you gotta steal, cheat, rob, whatever to get it, you'll do that. This one's not gonna do that to you, bro. But it will get you to the point where you're pawning shit to get it, borrowing money, whatever, bro. It's nearly the same thing, but I just don't see it as like you're gonna go pawn somebody's wedding ring or some shit like that to get Kratom. Nah, bro. Nah, I don't think it's not that bad. But the withdrawals are real, they're bad. The habit is real. The spending, it's just fucked across the board, bro. If you have any kind of history of addiction, I wouldn't recommend drinking Kratom, bro. Unless you're drinking it to substitute from opiates, fuck it, switch to Kratom. If you're gonna keep drinking Kratom, it's better than doing opiates. I know that much. Or you're taking it to detox. But if you are an addict and you start drinking Kratom, eventually you're gonna start drinking it every day. And you're gonna need it every day, and then you're just gonna substitute one for the other, and you're gonna have a hard time trying to get off it. It's just what it is. But you're better off on Kratom than other hard shit. So if you want to stay on Kratom for the rest of your life, then rock on. You know what I'm saying? But who wants to rely on something every day of their life? It's not freedom. There's no freedom in that. You know? The power and the potency of the human mind and the body and the soul all together. You know how powerful this intelligent creation is? It should be no problem. How the fuck is a substance more powerful than something that's almost perfect, bro? How? It's because we're machines that were wired the wrong way. In the factory, when we were being cultivated, so imagine like a plant. It's in a thing, it's growing, you're watering it, giving it its nutrition, you know. So imagine abandoning that plant, bringing negative energies around it, This is not a good analogy. I shouldn't use a plant, but anyways, there's a bunch of shit that addicts didn't get that they needed growing up. This isn't a DNA issue where it runs in the family. Fucking toxic, destructive patterns run in your family. You know what I'm saying? It's not in the blood, bro. It's in how you were raised, bro. It's in what you saw, what you went through, what you didn't get taught, what you know what I mean? That's what it is. It's the programming. You're not born an addict, bro. Nah. Come on, bro. It's 2022. They should have figured out which gene it is that causes somebody to be an addict. I don't believe that, bro. Something physical happens. Once you start getting into addiction, you start abusing whatever it is to fill that hole. It could be anything. Um, your fucking genes start changing, bro, and you start being wired a certain way until you just like damn near irreversible. You can't change it. So you become that. You become an addict and shit, bro. It's deep. I don't even really let's talk about this right now. Yeah, whatever.